Thank you so much. So, today my speech is all about the negotiations. And before I start and dive deep into this topic, first of all, let me ask a simple question to all of you that how many times in a day you negotiate? You can type your answers in the chat box so that later I can go through it. And the second follow up question after that would be that how many of you feel a sense of accomplishment, a proud, a victory when you win any negotiation? That also you can type. Probably that same goes with me. I love negotiations, I enjoy negotiations. And be it even the smallest negotiation which I win by getting just few coriander leaves after buying $1,000 of vegetables from the vegetable vendor. But today, let me start with a wonderful confession with all of you. There is one negotiation which I have almost failed every time and always. It's not with my boss, it's not with my parents, and of course, not with my husband. But yeah, it's with myself. Yes, the most intense negotiations I have had ever is with myself only. Now, I'm sure that you all would be thinking the same thing, that probably it happened with you as well, sometime or the other. But I'm sharing you few specific examples of that personal negotiations which I had with myself. Probably it would be that tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, that conversation. And it ended negotiating somewhere at 6:45 a.m. And in order to win that conversation or the negotiations, I'm giving just silly excuses to myself. Probably the justification starts like that. You remember you slept late yesterday? It's okay to rest for one day. Come on, it's just one day. And the stupidest explanation which I gave to myself is sleep is a medicine and you know it. Every time I try to win a negotiation. But let's be real today with all of you. You know that self negotiation is hard and it's weird as well. Because who can know you better than you? You know all your weaknesses. I mean, who can know better that what excuses you are going to give to yourself? But it's not true practically. And today, I'm sharing with you one very important and probably the longest negotiation, and probably the painful as well, which I had with myself. And the topic of that negotiation was what I'm doing with my life. Should I stay in this job or quit it? Should I follow my dreams of becoming a professional corporate trainer and a public speaker? And that day, I sat over the toughest negotiation table of my life. On one side of that negotiation table was ambitious me. On the other side of the negotiation table was the critic me. So definitely, I took the lead and I started the conversation. The ambitious me started having something like that yeah, I want to start my own venture. I want to do something of my own. And if Oprah can do it, why can't I? It's easy. I will break the glass ceilings. I will win this world. And that's all conversation I was having with myself. And then came into picture the critic me on the other side of the negotiation table. And the conversation was like that. Oh, come on. You will break the glass ceiling. You will take the next step. How can you forget that every time you keep on giving the excuses that I have to come back home on time? I have to be at home by 4 p.m. I have to take care of my family. Who will take care of my family if I go late? And if I go late from my trainings? And how can you forget that it's you only who just say no for your postdoctoral fellowship just for the stupidest excuse which you was giving to me on that day? That how can I go? And today you're talking about breaking the glass ceiling? Come on. And again, the ambitious me came into picture. But that time my water was so small. Now she has grown up. I can take that leap. Again, the critic me started. Ooh la la. Where your daughter was when before 3 years you was not able to take just a promotion for the sake of telling to yourself that no, 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 no. I have to reach home on time. And you are talking about breaking the glass ceiling? Now I realized I'm about to lose that negotiation. Same as well before. But that day, I told to myself that no more sitting on this negotiation table against myself. That day, I realized that negotiation is not just about sitting across the table, winning or losing. It's just about finding the common grounds. And then came into picture the third one, the negotiator me. And that conversation was something like that. Stop, girls. Stop playing arrows to one another. Who said that negotiation is all about winning or losing? Who said that being ambitious and taking care of family cannot go together? Who said that probably you are giving silly excuses and hiding your own weaknesses in the blanket of the family? Probably it's not like that. And that day I realized that I was just hiding something on that note of negotiation. And trust me, that day I realized that I am the toughest negotiator I'll ever face. But at the same time, I also realized one thing that probably I am the biggest ally for myself as well. And the important lesson which I learned about negotiation on that particular day is negotiation is not about compromising between two things. Probably it's more about getting the collaborative approach. It's about getting win win things. And that's the last message I will give you today. That's the only one person who is standing between you and your win is only you. So negotiate wisely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Megha, delivering a very nice speech and your story. So please spend 1 minute time and write the feedback for Megha. Timer, please note down the time.